know that equilibrium means the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of reverse reaction. Very good. It is dynamic in nature. We have discussed just now in the last video. We discussed. Okay, right. What is the effect of catalyst on equilibrium? Sir, the catalyst does not affect the equilibrium state. It does not affect the equilibrium state, but it will make the equilibrium to reach earlier. But the equilibrium is attained earlier. See here, if we take A and B, which forms C and D. After some time, C and D reverse reaction occurs and forms A and B. 1 hour is needed for reaching the equilibrium. If we use a catalyst in less than 1 hour, let it be half an hour. Within half an hour, this concentration, this level is reached. Okay, so it does not change the equilibrium, whereas it makes the equilibrium to attain earlier. Right. Then concentration of reactants and products are all remaining constant throughout any period of time. Okay, right. Those things we know. Then equilibrium is attained only in a closed vessel, not in a open vessel. See here, we have already discussed about the physical equilibrium, evaporation of water. So this is water in liquid state and this is in gaseous state. So at 100 degrees Celsius, if we kept this in open condition, means what will happen? The gas will get on as escaping and we will be heating, and the liquid water will all be converted into gas and it will escape to the atmosphere. Okay, equilibrium cannot be attained in a open vessel. It is attained only in a closed vessel. Very good. Right. Then equilibrium can be attained from either side. Equilibrium can be attained from either side. That means, see here, if we introduce hydrogen with iodine in a cylinder, it will form hydrogen iodide and after some time equilibrium will be there. Similarly, if we add hydrogen iodide in a cylinder, it will form hydrogen and iodine. After some time it will be in equilibrium. Okay, so that means equilibrium can be made from reactant side or also from the product side. Right. Right. At equilibrium, change in free energy delta G is 0. Hence it is very stable and it is not changing for an infinite period of time unless or otherwise you disturb it by means of changing the pressure or concentration. Finally, from the value of the reactants, concentration of reactants and concentration of products at equilibrium, we can predict the extent of the reaction, how far the reaction has proceeded. See here, if products concentration is more means, sir, the reaction has been much towards the right side, much towards the right side. If the reactant concentration is more means, sir, the reaction has not at all to the 50% of the yield. Okay, not at all to the 50% because reactant concentration is more. Okay, I think you are all very clear with this. Equilibrium is mainly depends upon, that is the last point, equilibrium is affected by temperature. Equilibrium is affected by temperature, pressure. Temperature and pressure mainly. So when temperature and pressure of an equilibrium changes, the equilibrium concentration, these values also changes. Clear? So these are the main characteristics of chemical. So now we are going to discuss about the law of mass action. What is law of mass action? It is nothing but rate of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the active mass of reactant. What is it, sir? If there are more active molecules of A and B in a reaction, then the rate of the reaction will be automatically high, isn't it? That is the law of mass action. Okay, what is meant by active mass? Number of moles present in a given volume. Number of moles present in a given volume. Nothing but approximately, indirectly it implies the concentration only. Okay, come here. Now we are going to derive a value for equilibrium constant. Okay, consider this equilibrium reaction. X moles of A and reacts with Y moles of B, giving L moles of C and M moles of D. Okay. Now the rate of forward reaction according to the law of mass action, rate is directly active mass of reactant. So for forward reaction, A and B are the reactants. So they are raised to the power present in balance equation X and Y. When the proportionality is made equal, we have to introduce the constant which is called as forward rate constant. Forward rate constant. Okay. Similarly, there is another reaction happening, that is the reverse reaction. So the rate of reverse reaction is directly proportional to what are rate of reaction is proportional to reactant, isn't it? So reverse reaction or a reactant is, what are the reactants for reverse reaction? C and D to the power L and M. In order to make equal, we are introducing a constant, reverse reaction rate constant. Reverse reaction rate constant. So consider this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now let us assume that equilibrium is attained. At equilibrium, what is the main condition? Rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of reverse reaction. That is called as equilibrium. which implies rate of forward reaction equation 1 is equal to rate of reverse reaction equation 2. So we are equating these two equations, this one and this one. The constants, two constants are brought one side and the remaining thing to other side. So the division of two constants will yield a new constant after attaining equilibrium is called equilibrium constant. See here, what are C and D? They are nothing but the products of the reactions, sir. What are A and B? They are nothing but the reactants of the equation, the reactions, sir. So we can write it is equal to concentration of products by concentration of reactants raised to the power present in balanced equation. So here what is the power? Lm, which is present in the balanced equation, and denominator what is the power? X and Y, which is present in the balanced equation. Clear? Right. Since this reaction we assume that it is taking place in liquid state, we can mention this as Kc. C means expressed in terms of concentration. Similarly, in the case of gaseous reaction, in the gas phase reactions, we cannot find concentration for gases. So there we have to use partial pressures for the gases. So the same reaction can be rewritten as partial pressure of product C to the power small l, partial pressure of product D to the power small m, by partial pressure of reactant A to the power x and partial pressure of B to the power y. So here you have to keep it in mind clearly that Kp and Kc both are same, not equal. Same means it is also equilibrium constant in terms of concentration. It is also equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure. Both are same but not equal. The value may be different because when the reactants and the products are in liquid state, this is the equilibrium constant. When all of them are in gaseous state, this is the value. The values are, they are not equal but they are same. Okay.